Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation for hour one today. And, well, a little bit in hour two, I have a guest lined up coming in at 2:30. So just kind of letting you know what today's schedule holds. So until that takes place, though, open conversation, 724-438-4593. Looking forward to chatting with you. What's on Your Mind brought to you by Tireman's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Boss Drugstore, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping. All righty, so President Trump left the G7 summit early to come back to Washington, D.C. to meet with his National Security Advisor team concerning the ongoing conflict in the Middle East between Israel and Iran. Israel says they have full control over the skies over Iran now as they continue to pound away at military sites, especially missile launching sites, trying to take away that capability from Iran so they can't, bombard Israel with missiles, although I'm sure their supply is starting to dwindle on that matter. The president is, he's looking for ways to end the conflict, not just a ceasefire. He just wants to end it altogether out in the Middle East. So that's where things stand there. Apparently, Iran did come back and say, hey, we're willing to talk now. And the president's like, you had your chance, so you have to deal with Israel now. So we'll see what happens there. But in the meantime, the carrier USS Nimitz has been redirected from the South China Sea, where they were getting ready to make a port call in Vietnam. That got canceled, and the Nimitz is now on its way to the Middle East. The Carl Vinson carrier is already there, so they're going to be there lending support somehow, some way. So, by the way, the Nimitz is based out of Bremerton, Washington, in case you're interested, and the Carl Vinson is based out of San Diego. You heard TJ mention this on the news, but Kraft Foods has announced that they are going to start eliminating all artificial dyes from their food products, and will meet that end by 2027, by the end of 2027. So they got a little bit more than 2 years to switch over from these dyes to natural food colorings. They said any new food products that come out in the meantime will be artificial free. So there is that. Bob Menendez, former Democratic senator from the state of New Jersey, was convicted last year of bribery and corruption charges, reported to federal prison today to start an 11-year sentence on that conviction. So I wonder if at some point in time President Trump will, either pardon or commute the sentence. I don't know. Let's see what else. Pennsylvania, ahead of America's 250th birthday, Pennsylvania has a new license plate now available for you to purchase. So it's kind of off-white, has the Liberty Bell, and lettering is in red on it. And the slogan, "Let Freedom Ring." So if you have a current plate and wish to swap it out, the way I understood this is it's only $13 for you to swipe out your current plate with one of the new Let Freedom Ring plates. So there's more information online if you're interested to do that. All right, so here's a big question of the day for you, and I want to hear your thoughts on this. There's no right or wrong answer. I just want to hear what you have to say. So Iran, according to intelligence, they have the Fordow fuel enrichment plant, and it's in the mountains of Iran, someplace outside the city of Qom. I don't know how they pronounce it. QOM, I think. Anyway, buried deep in the ground. Their centrifuges are there that are used for enriching uranium. And it's deep enough that traditional bombs and missiles won't damage the contents of this enrichment plant. However, the U.S. has what is called the bunker bomb. I don't know all the particulars of it, but apparently this bomb is, when dropped from a B-52 bomber, and that's the only delivery system for the bunker bomb, would be able to burrow deep enough into the ground to cause damage to this facility. Iran has its own version of the bunker bomb, I guess, but it doesn't go deep enough. I don't know. So here's the question. Should the United States offer or give the bunker bomb to Israel? Remember, though, the only way to deliver it is by a B-52 bomber, which is only owned by the United States military, the U.S. Air Force. So that would be putting U.S. personnel directly involved in the conflict that way. So what are your thoughts? The International Atomic Energy Agency recently said in reports, and this was one of the reasons for Israel to move forward with this operation, was that from February of this year to April of this year, Iran was able to increase their stock of uranium or plutonium, I forget which one, by over 30%. By over 30%. Enough at this point in time, with a little more enrichment, to make 10 nuclear bombs. So that was one of the big reasons for Israel to start going forward. So knowing, according to the International Atomic Energy Agency, that Iran has this much plutonium, uranium, is it in the best interest of, well, not just Israel, not just the United States, but the world, that this bomb be used? That's the question for you. That's the question for you. So 724-438-4593. That is the number to dial into. Give me a buzz. I'd love your opinion on that. And anything else you might want to chat about. I know there's just a few things on my list today, but if there's something else that you want to talk about, by all means, give me a buzz on that. Would love to hear from you. Other things we can chat about. Weather forecast is sending us weather in the 90s this coming weekend. So are you all prepared for that? Got your air conditioners out, got your pool set up, go take a dive in that. So, yeah, it's going to be a little warm if forecasts are correct. So we can chat about that. What are you going to do to stay cool? Just park your chair in front of an air conditioning unit. I don't know. Maybe head up to the mountains of Ohio, down to the rock slides, or just into the river itself to cool down. So there's a couple options there, or one of the nearby public pools, or who knows, maybe just a sprinkler in the backyard, right? So there's that in our nearby future. There's also Pirates traveling to Detroit today to start a 3-game series. So there's always that as well. 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind. Hello. Hello. Oh, wait, you know what? I thought I pushed that button. Come on, what's going on? It's not working. The button's not working. We're going to try something here and do that. There we go. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind. No, it's still not working. Why don't I have anything? I don't know. Something's not working. So anyway, well, while I get somebody down here to try and figure out why the board's not working and I'm not getting a phone call, we're going to head to the break. So you on the phone, if you can hear me, hang in there. We're going to figure this out, and I'll get to you as soon as we possibly can.
The summer's here, so why not treat yourself to fun at Walnut Hill Mini Golf, now open Tuesday through Sunday from noon to 9. Enjoy the golf and their frozen custards and drinks. They are simply the best. They were voted one of the best family fun centers in Fayette County. Walnut Hill Mini Golf is located a half-mile south of the Uniontown Shop and Save. Call 724-437-3005. Visit walnuthillminiaturegolf.com or like them on Facebook. They're open Tuesday through Sunday, noon to 9, and they're still for sale.
Bright Stripe, Fayette County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Hello, I'm attorney Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm for your free consultation. The insurance companies are not on your side. Call us today at 724-437-2799. Either myself or an attorney from our office will personally come out and meet with you. If you're in an accident or hurt, call us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. Let us fight for you.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 30% and get 18-month no-interest financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729. For mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional. Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation. I hope we got the phones figured out here. I don't know, but in the process of doing so, we did lose the caller that was trying to get through here 5 minutes ago here. So I invite you to give me a call back. We'll see. We're not going to know if this is working until somebody calls again. So give me a buzz, please. 724-438-4593. What else you want to chat about out there? So there is another election today down in Virginia. Primaries taking place down there. On their ballot is the governor's spot. The current governor, he's term limited. They have just one term. They don't do consecutives down there. So after 4 years, the current governor, Youngkin, I believe, if I'm pronouncing that right. He's in his last year, so they're picking his replacement. He can come back in 4 years if he wants. He just can't do it consecutively.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Mr. Rhodes. How you doing today?
There you go. It works. Good. Yourself?
Oh, glad to hear your apparatus is working.
Yeah.
Hey, on your question about the nukes, the situation in Iran, obviously the world would be a better place if Iran didn't have a nuclear weapon.
Okay.
I think most people agree on that.
I think so,
do
too.
I think that it's the United States' responsibility to assure that doesn't happen? No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
This is not our war.
Right.
Israel is at war with Iran right now. If they want to do the job, that's Israel's responsibility.
Okay. All right. Valid point. I don't disagree with you. I mean, other than the question here being, apparently the United States has the only bomb that can reach to the depth that would cause damage to it.
Okay, and I agree that's probably true. But if you think about it, the world would be better off if North Korea didn't have a nuke.
Well,
would you agree?
That's true, but the problem is they already do.
Right, they already do.
Yes.
And so we're not in the business of taking nukes away from North Korea.
Mm-hmm.
We're not in the business of taking nukes away from Russia, who has more than anyone.
Sure.
Just not our job.
Yeah.
If we are threatened, then we should defend ourselves.
Well, and I guess that's the difference there between going after Iran, John, and say North Korea. Iran has publicly come out and said, their ultimate goal is to wipe Israel off the face of the earth.
Okay.
We've never heard that rhetoric from North Korea.
I don't know. They're kind of antagonistic toward a lot of people, including their neighbor South Korea and Japan. And aren't they the folks who launch periodically missiles across somebody else's airspace?
They do. They do.
Okay, see that's problematic too. But
it is.
Let's focus on Iran.
Mm-hmm.
We are not at war with those folks.
Nope, we're not.
If we are, then we have a responsibility to defend America.
Yep.
We don't have a responsibility to fight Israel's conflict.
Okay.
And that's just where I stand on it.
I don't disagree with you, John.
Okay, bud. Have a good day.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
724-438-4593. So, question here that John was kind enough to call in and give his opinion, and I'm looking for yours as well. There's no right or wrong answer here. The United States has a bomb called the Bunker Buster. That's its nickname anyway. Apparently is designed that is able to burrow very deep into the earth. How deep, I don't know. That's probably classified information. But burrows deep into the earth before it explodes. So it's designed to go after facilities that are buried underground. It can only be delivered by a B-52 bomber. The United States is the only one that has a B-52 bomber. So do we help Israel by dropping that bomb or not? 724-438-4593.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yeah.
Fred.
Hey, Fred.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Good. Hey, on the news this morning, they said nationwide the price of gas went up 10 cents.
Okay.
And they said that for the reason for that is because the price of oil went up.
Yeah, maybe.
What's that?
It could be. Yeah, I know they've settled down. Prices have settled back down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I want to know, are we still buying oil from foreign countries?
Yes, we are.
Wonder why.
Well, Fred, I've gone over this before.
Well, go ahead, over it again.
Okay, so oil is not oil is not oil. There's the earth produces different kinds of oils, and some oils are better for gasoline. Some oils are better for producing kerosene and diesel. Some oils are better for producing other chemicals and plastics, that type of thing. So, yes, the United States can be self-sufficient, but until that takes place, because we're having to play catch-up again now, yes, we're still having to purchase oil from overseas. And also, Fred, the worldwide market plays a hand in all oils. Doesn't matter where they come from.
So we're buying oil to produce gasoline.
Yes, it's possible. Yes, I don't know all the particulars, but yes, that is possible.
It is. That's the truth.
Yeah,
they said the price of gasoline went up because the price of oil went up.
That doesn't mean that doesn't mean that we're doing it. It's a good chance we are.
Aren't we baby drill? Aren't we doing that?
I just said we're having to play catch up. We're not to that point yet, Fred.
Wonder how long it's going to take.
Well, you're going to have to ask the oil companies.
No, it's not the oil company.
Okay.
It's the government.
Okay. All right. Anything else? What do you think about Iran, Fred?
That's a bad situation.
Well, should the United States go in with the bunker buster bomb?
Well, that means we're involved in a war, and we don't want to do that.
Okay, so you're saying no, and I don't disagree with you on that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
all right,
I wouldn't be surprised that if Israel doesn't have commandos on the ground in Iran, that they'll be working to get into that facility to destroy it from inside. I don't know how well armed, how defended that facility is. I would imagine pretty well. But I wouldn't be surprised if Israel's got something up its sleeve when it comes to that facility.
Well, in my opinion, too, Trump should have never got involved in this. No, it seems like he's calling the shots.
Well, no, I don't think he's not. I don't think he's calling the shots. Certainly, he's in consultation with Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel. Sure, there's certainly talk. But as he said before, and the administration has said, Israel's their own sovereign country. So
Right.
the president can say, I wish you wouldn't do something. He can voice his concern, certainly,
Right.
and Benjamin Netanyahu will take that under advisement. But in the end, he's going to make the decision and do what he feels is best for his country.
Right.
So
Well, didn't he want to kill one of the leaders, and Trump said absolutely not?
apparently, yeah, well, that's the story going around. Yes.
But that's calling the shots.
Well, unless, well, I don't know if President Trump said absolutely not. We weren't part of that conversation. Now, were we? But did he tell him? You might want to think about this before you do that. If you do what you want to do, there might be this ramification. This might be the outcome, and giving other scenarios to Israel that they hadn't thought of, and therefore they came to the decision on their own not to go in that direction. Could they in the future? Absolutely, they still could. But right now, I think it's a bad move, and I think the president pressed that feeling onto the prime minister as well.
Yeah. It seems like, Trump, he was gung-ho on this Russia and Ukraine deal. You don't hear nothing more about it. He just forgot about it.
No, I'm sure they're still working behind the scenes on trying to get something accomplished.
I don't hear anything on the news about it,
Yeah. So, I don't know if at the G7 summit that was a topic of conversation at all. I don't know, but trade was certainly on there. And trade goes towards the war in Ukraine as well.
Yeah.
So, all right.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, Fred.
Okay.
Thanks for your call. Bye. Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
How you doing?
Doing well, and you?
Oh, not bad.
Good.
Listening to your program. Thought I'd like to make a comment.
Sure. What's your name, sir?
Pete.
Hey, Pete.
I think President Trump's controlling the whole situation.
Do you? Okay.
With Netanyahu on the Iran deal. But let me ask you this. If the Arab states all around Israel has the nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
They wasn't supposed to get it. They stole it off the United States in 1953, the information to build it.
Okay.
In 55, and the United States allowed it to happen. Now the Arab states over there say, for instance, if their enemy has a nuclear bomb, wouldn't they want a nuclear bomb too?
Well, that's
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
The United States could have stopped that. They could have stopped that, Israel from having a nuclear bomb, and we could have defended Israel. But now you got an Arab state or Islamic state. They want a nuclear bomb. So we're going to end up in maybe World War III over this thing. Why won't, like I say, why won't Israel give up their nuclear bombs?
Well, Pete, you probably have already heard this and realize it. But Israel is surrounded by enemies. Not as much anymore.
I understand.
Not as much anymore. I mean, they're on fairly good relationships with Jordan and Egypt, working in that direction with Saudi Arabia, and there's a few others in the area. But back in the beginning, they had no allies over there. They were a small country of, 30 million people, surrounded by hundreds of millions of people that essentially wanted to kill them. They had been attacked many times by Jordan, by Syria, by Egypt, leading up to the point where they got the nuclear capabilities. So, and back in the 50s, it was a different world as well. So it's the type of thing that, they had to defend themselves, and that's the best way they could at the time. That's the best way.
Well,
they could at the time.
I understand what you're saying there,
Mm-hmm.
but here Israel will not let Palestine have a two-state solution. They fight it tooth and nail, but yet half the Israel people want a two-state solution, but not y'all who won't go along with it, and neither will President Trump.
It has been discussed before, and if I'm remembering correctly, it was offered at one point in time, and the Palestinian government, Yasser Arafat, turned it down.
Well, when Jimmy Carter and them met, that was his solution to a two-state solution would end all this fighting out in the Middle East.
Well, but Yasser Arafat said no.
Well, you might be right there. I don't know that point there. All I know is if Israel would work for a two-state solution, maybe this stuff could end in there.
Yep.
But it seems people is fighting all over the world. It seems like we're headed for World War III no matter what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, we can't even get along in our own country.
Yeah. I hear you.
Anyway,
yep.
Thanks for letting me speak.
Pete, thanks for calling. I appreciate your call. Bye-bye.
All right.
Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yes, Russ.
Yes.
How are you?
Good. Yourself, James?
Good. Hey, you asked a question about, would we or should we? I think the question is we're already in this. I think I said that last week. We're already in this. We have our Air Force is in the area. They said that Great Britain and ourselves had fighter jets above that were taking out drones and helping defend Israel. And then we have the certain technology that's helping defend Israel. You're in this. And but
James, here's the difference. It's helping to defend. They're not helping with any aggression. There's a big difference there.
Well, if somebody gets we have jets flying above there. That's a fact.
Well,
that's been admitted. And it shoots somebody's son down who's flying in an F-22 or F-35. You're involved.
Yeah, but Iran has not, other than their missiles and drones, has not violated Israeli airspace. So your thing about an F-22 is wrong.
Well, Russ, last week they said that they were flying, helping take this stuff down. I mean, helping to defend.
Over Israel.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now here comes the next thing. There's two carriers. Two carriers are going to be in the area. You're not bringing carriers there to pass out Girl Scout cookies. You're bringing two carriers into this area for some reason. President Trump said at your news, if you listen to the news report, it didn't say that Israel said. He said, we have control of the skies. Who's we?
Mm-hmm.
Who's we? I mean, listen to your news report. It'll say.
I know he said that.
We have control of the sky. Who's we? So my thing is, how can I put this? What I'm anticipating is he bringing carriers here for, like you say, either a ground assault by Israel, where we're going to help by taking control, because right now the risk of anybody being shot down and killed lessened. He's saying we have control of the skies. Okay, now let's bring our fighter jets in. Let's bring the planes that the B-52s that can knock out the Buster bombs and hit. This is going to continue to slowly escalate, and it's just. I think to me, there's two things that resonate with me. Him saying we have control of the skies, and now we have a second aircraft carrier coming in. So, are there going to be missions flown over Iran? I think eventually you will have missions, and not just in Israel. You'll have missions flown over Iran, and then this will start conflict. Let me ask you this, Russ. You're a smart guy. Do you think that everybody else in the Middle East sees what's happening? Do you think that this tells them not to mess with Israel and the United States, or is this ramping them up to attack us even more?
Well, I think for right now, anyway, the Vincent being in the area and the Nimitz on its way, I don't think it's for anything other than a show of force, diplomatically show of force. as a reminder to Iran, said, look what's out there. I think that's the main purpose of that now. But yes, being in the area, you are prepping.
Wouldn't you say too? You're bringing these carriers into the area. You're risking them to be possible hit. Anything you bring in that area, Russ, is you're at risk. Whether it's bodies or planes, ships, you're bringing this in, and you're risking taking a pop shot on. Okay, and if that happens, then do you think we will respond? Yes, I think we would.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're in this already in the defense, and you are a gnat's hair from being in it on the offensive.
Okay.
So I'd have to say no, Russ.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks,
Russ. I'm kind of there with you about the Buster bomb. Stay out of it. Let Israel do what they can.
Well, I'm with you too. Yeah. You mean to tell me if they have control of the skies, they couldn't go in there and drop people in and then help them? Because you have control of the skies. If they come under attack, then okay, you can have jet fighters and other people helping get them in and out. Do whatever you have to do. We don't need to be involved in this.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, James, got to run here. Running a little late on my next commercial, but thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Hey, this is What's on Your Mind.
It is open conversation, 724-438-4593. More after this.
Well, warmer days are ahead, the kind of days when you'll be enjoying your deck or patio again, especially with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturers and customer guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Lifetime Awnings, 724-554-6067. Call for a no-cost or obligation home consultation or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com. Saving money when you buy a new home isn't a fantasy. It's reality at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. With up to $5,000 in instant savings during the Sign and Save sales event, it's the perfect place to find the home you've always wanted. So don't let your dream home stay a fantasy. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon today at 4500 PA 51. Terms and conditions for the Sign and Save sales event at manufacturedhomeoffers.com. Available only at participating Clayton Homes family of brands retailers through August 31st. Amount of savings may be limited. Ask for details. May not be available with certain financing. Lender restrictions apply. The Fayette County Juneteenth Unity Fest, presented by the East End United Community Center and One Voice, One Community, is back again this year. And we're going to be back there again, too. Juneteenth officially commemorates the end of slavery in the United States. It's a perfect day to remember history and celebrate unity. And all area residents are welcome to attend this family-friendly event. The festivities will be held in downtown Uniontown in Story Square along Main Street from 3 to 8 p.m. on Thursday, June 19th. And Josh Krysak and myself, Matt Sapienza, will broadcast live from 3 to 5 and have all the fabulous WMBS prizes along with us. There will be lots of vendors, entertainment, activities, and games for the kids, and lots of mouth-watering cuisine. So mark your calendars now and stop by Story Square on Thursday, June 19th from 3 to 8 p.m. And be sure to say hello to Josh and myself as we broadcast here on WMBS from 3 to 5. We hope to see you there.
It's back for a third year, the 2025 version of Best in Fayette presented by Nemacolin. Voting starts June 25th and runs through July 9th. To learn more and to vote for your favorite business, visit bestinfayette.com. The 2024 Best in Fayette books are still available and can be picked up for free at locations such as WMBS Radio, Shop and Save Walnut Hill, Armstrong in Connellsville, Bittersweet Cafe in Farmington, and the casino at Nemacolin. For more information, visit bestinfayette.com.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Chesler's Fine Furniture's big Lazy Boy sale is still going on. Whether you're furnishing an entire home or you just want to relax, Chesler's will help you find the perfect fit from more than 30 different recliner models in stock and a variety of fabrics, colors, and leathers. If you want to stretch out for a nap or snuggle in for a show, select the Vail Model Rocker Recliner for $479. Or if your favorite team is on TV, select the Collage model for $619. If you need a chair for a person with special needs to help lift them up, those start at $799. When it is time for some serious relaxing, Lazy Boy at Chesler's Fine Furniture is your best bet for years of comfort. Layaway, delivery, and credit terms are available. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 2.5 minutes to go in hour one of What's on Your Mind. So give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. Remember, I do have a guest coming in at 2:30, so not much time left for letting everybody know what's on your mind. For now, up to the news and in about 15 minutes next hour. So looking forward to chatting with you. Question of the day, kind of. Not that I have a question for you every day, but a question for today anyway, is should the United States use its bunker buster bomb on the Fordow fuel enrichment plant in Iran? It's where they've got their centrifuges that are used for enriching or purifying uranium for eventual use in nuclear weapons. Should the United States, we're the only ones that have that technology. And you could sell it to Israel, but then they don't have the capabilities of delivering the bomb. I guess it takes the B-52 heavy bomber to take care. You know, the B-52 is what was, developed back in World. What a great plane that has been throughout the years. So anyway, your thoughts. There's no right or wrong answer. I may take the opposite side, and we'll have a discussion just as we try and hash this all out between ourselves. But there is no right or wrong answer on this. I'd say all of them pretty much at this point in time, all the comments coming back, and I pretty much agree with them too. No, don't. Now, it's another thing if Iran directly threatens us or shoots at us. That's something else. But right now, no, stay out of it. So, we'll continue with that question in the next hour as well. So, yeah. And then your thoughts. I don't know if you've seen the new Pennsylvania license plates. I guess it was introduced a month or so ago, but only for those that were lucky enough to pre-order. But now it's open to everybody. I guess they have manufactured enough, or the capabilities are enough to get them turned around in a quick amount of time. So there you go. We can chat about that as well. CBS News is coming up next. News from around the world, around the country. And then TJ's in here with the local news, sports, and weather. And after all that's said and done, that's when I'll be back here for hour two of What's on Your Mind. In the meantime, this is WMBS Uniontown. At the tone, it is 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. President Trump has stepped up the pressure on Iran, saying the U.S. knows where the supreme leader is, but won't kill him for now. He then called for unconditional surrender in all caps. CBS's Olivia Gazis is following developments.
Something appears to be shifting. We obviously have now a whole lot of military hardware arrived in the region to give the president options, we are told. And you have this messaging both from the president and the vice president that seems to be paving paving the way to preparing the American people for an entry by the United States into this conflict.
Reporter Robert Berger is in Jerusalem.
We're hearing from Israeli officials that this war could last 2 or 3 weeks. Israel's making a lot of progress attacking targets in Iran. These missile attacks from Iran are going to continue on Israel. The hope is that as Israel takes out these missile launchers inside Iran, that these ballistic missile attacks from Iran will diminish.
An appeals court will hear arguments today over the administration's deployment of the National Guard to Los Angeles. Legal analyst Jessica Levinson.
The court will be looking at the part of the statute that requires that orders be issued through the governor, whether or not that was satisfied, or if there was a problem with how the Trump administration actually issued these orders.
Former New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez arrived at a prison today to begin serving his 11-year sentence on a bribery conviction. Jim Krasula reports on another major medical achievement.
Luka Krizanek has gotten a new lease on life. He was just 12 when doctors in Switzerland had to amputate both of his hands because of a severe infection. He underwent a double hand transplant at Penn Medicine in Philadelphia.
It is still a miracle today to have two hands.
Krizanek says he pretty much has normal use of hands again.
Kraft Heinz says it will remove all chemical dyes from its food products. Here's Michael Wallace.
The maker of Heinz ketchup, Kraft macaroni and cheese, Jell-O, and Kool-Aid says it will eliminate all artificial colors by the end of 2027. In April, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said he wanted petroleum-based dyes removed from all food by the end of next year. He believes they lead to chronic disease.
Americans bought a lot of goods leading up to the tariffs, not so much now. CBS's Jill Schlesinger has a look at the May retail sales report.
People seem to be buying a lot of cars in March and stayed away from some of the car dealerships in May, worried that higher prices were already in place.
On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are mixed. The Dow is off 300 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200.
Your health is more than just how you feel today. It's about staying well for the years ahead. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Primary Care, we're here to help you manage your health with regular checkups, screenings, and care that's tailored to you. With locations in Uniontown, Carmichaels, Connellsville, and Scottdale, it's easy to find care close to home. Visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown today to find the primary care provider who is right for you.
There's a recall involving a Middle Eastern delicacy that's gaining popularity.
The popularity of Dubai chocolate bars has led to a run on all things pistachio. But if you have any of the nut-flavored cream in your kitchen, beware. The CDC has announced a nationwide recall of Emix brand from Turkey. It's been tied to a salmonella outbreak in Minnesota and New Jersey. So far, 4 cases have been reported. 1 person has been hospitalized. The pistachio cream is sold wholesale in 11-pound tubs and has a use-by date of October 19th. It is not used to make Dubai chocolate bars, which are stuffed with pistachio and shredded phyllo paste. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
New research claims rates of sleep apnea could double in many countries around the world because of climate change. The study found higher temps are linked to a 45% increase in sleep apnea, which affects nearly 1 billion people. I'm Cammie McCormick, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant Dieter. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It's 2:05. It's mostly cloudy and 75 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Fayette County's personal injury attorneys since 1976. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. Sports and weather will follow the news. A Fayette County judge today granted a new trial to a woman who was imprisoned for starving her young daughter to death. Andrea Dusha, who has been free on bail while an appeal of her conviction is pending, appeared in court expecting a hearing. Instead, Fayette County Common Pleas Judge Linda Cordero took no testimony and ruled from the bench. The judge ordered a new trial, just as she did with Michael Wright, Dusha's former partner and the toddler's father, who also served time in prison in connection with the girl's death. Both Wright and Dusha were convicted of third-degree murder for the 2016 death of their daughter, Lydia Wright. She was 23 months old. State police are investigating after they say a child accidentally shot themselves in Fayette County today. The incident happened around 6:40 this morning in the 1000 block of Pencraft Road in Luzerne Township. Investigators said the child picked up a pistol, which then went off. The bullet reportedly grazed his forehead just above his eyebrow. The child was taken to Ruby Memorial Hospital in Morgantown and is expected to survive. State police and the Fayette County District Attorney's Office are investigating. 2 townships in Washington County are issuing emergency disaster declarations due to flooding in the areas. Officials in North Franklin and South Strabane townships announced the declarations yesterday. This will allow residents who were impacted by high water this past weekend to file for financial assistance through the county. Emergency crews in both communities responded to many calls for help with flooding last Saturday. The Trump Organization is announcing a new wireless phone service called Trump Mobile. And here's Tammy Trujillo with more on this.
The organization hopes the new service will rival providers like T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T. The service will cost customers $47.45 per month. A smartphone called the T1 will cost $500 and launch in September. The phone appears to include a gold-colored metal case with an American flag on it. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
WMBS time is 2:08. We'll take a look at sports and weather after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, Pirates, they're back in action tonight. They're in Detroit to take on the Tigers. Bailey Falter will be on the mound for the Bucks, who are 29-44 and have dropped 2 in a row. And we'll have all the action tonight on WMBS. The pregame's at 6:15 with the first pitch at 6:40. Tonight's Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Florida, they can clinch the cup with a win. They lead the series 3-2. Game is in Florida. Oilers and Panthers face off is at 8 o'clock. Game 6 of the NBA Finals will be on Thursday night. Indiana travels to Oklahoma City. Tip-off will be at 8:30, and the Thunder, they lead that best of 7, 3-2.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
This Weather Watch is brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
Flood watch until 10 o'clock tonight. Again, scattered showers and storms are possible this afternoon. 80 is the high. We'll have occasional showers tonight. 70 will be the low. And more showers tomorrow with a high of 81. Right now, it is cloudy and it's 75 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. 2:10 our time on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes here on WMBS.
This Weather Watch was brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a pair of O'Neill Cruz Superman socks. That's right, Pirates fans, it's Superman Day at PNC Park on Sunday, June 22nd, when the Pirates face the Texas Rangers at 1:35 p.m. Get to the ballpark early to enjoy Family Fun Day festivities on Federal Street. Plus, all kids 14 and younger will receive a pair of O'Neill Cruz Superman socks, thanks to C&M Play Studio. Get your tickets today at pirates.com/familyfundays.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Here's a business looking for a customer.
Hi there.
Here's a customer looking for a business.
Hi.
And that's where the Better Business Bureau comes in. The BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. That's why 2023 IABBB research found 80% of people choose BBB accredited businesses over non-accredited ones with the same A+ letter rating. Live happily, better after. Always look for the sign of a better business because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, a part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
This is Attorney Joe Fishko with an important announcement. On June 1, I joined the Quattrini Law Group. We are keeping my Uniontown and Somerset offices. The new law firm will be answering my phone, and they'll be appearing on the radio show and handling most of my cases. I will remain with the firm, but I won't be handling most of my cases on a day-to-day basis. I chose to join the Quattrini Law Firm because their practice is very similar to mine. They are excellent attorneys, and they handle personal injury cases like auto, truck, and motorcycle and industrial accidents. They also handle workers' compensation, along with work-related hearing loss, Social Security disability, and veteran service-connected disability, employment discrimination, and unpaid overtime claims. So you see, everything except the veterans' claims were the things I did. Regina and I have loved representing our clients through the years, and we will miss them. But at this time in our lives, we need to move on and put our clients in who we truly feel will be the best hands.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation for the next 14 minutes here until I have a guest that is scheduled at 2:30. So give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. We are brought to you this hour by Bright Stripes Seal Coating and Line Striping, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, and Tireman's Auto Garage. On my list, President Trump is looking for not just a ceasefire, but an end to the conflict in the Middle East. Carl Vinson Carrier is already in the area. He has also ordered the Nimitz to leave the South China Sea and head towards that area as well. Kraft Foods has announced that they are eliminating all artificial dyes from its food products by the end of 2027, and any new products that come out between now and then will already be artificial dye free. Bob Menendez, former senator from New Jersey, is reported to federal prison today to start an 11-year sentence based on conviction of bribery and corruption charges. Pennsylvania has now made available to everybody in this Commonwealth the brand new Let Freedom Ring license plate. So if you currently have a car that's registered and has the the old yellow and blue license plate, well, the way I understand this, for $13 you can get a new replacement Let Freedom Ring plate on that. So I don't know if the number stays the same or if you get a new number. I don't know, but there you go. And then had a question going today and still looking for your comments. No right or wrong answer on this. The United States has what is known as the bunker buster bomb. Should we help Israel and use this bomb on a underground nuclear facility in Iran? Reason why I say should we do it, because apparently it can only be delivered by way of a B-52 bomber. And since we're the only ones that have that plane, it would have to be us if it gets to that point. So your opinion on that, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. How you doing today? It's Mark from Collinsville.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I don't know if anybody has mentioned. I've been listening that river rally or thing down there in Collinsville. That was with the Clarks playing music down there.
Okay.
And of course, we had a heck of a lot of rain around before, and then a little bit of rain during the Clarks beginning, and then it was such a great thing to see. I went down Saturday to see the kids fishing, and there had to be 30 people, and they supply fishing rods, even this club up on the hill, to the youngsters under 16 who don't have fishing rods to use. And of course, they have tag fish. You can win money if you belong to the club. You win more money on even after the festival. Say next week you catch a tag trout, and I'll tell you what, it was so beautiful down there, and it was just a shame that the rain kind of put a little damper on, I would say, being this. Yeah. But even at the very end, the Clarks, were talking about they grew up in Collinsville, did this and that, and they remembered certain trees, and they gave their whole life's history of the one guy about growing up in Collinsville. And, that's just a great piece of fame down here that originated down here in Collinsville, and I'm sure there's been others in Uniontown that were famous and became famous and worldwide known for the music of the Twin Towers and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to mention that. Nobody has really mentioned. Of course, I don't know if anybody really thought it was such a great thing, and they didn't really promote it like in Pittsburgh, because I don't want Pittsburgh City to crash the Collinsville picnic, I would imagine.
I'm sure there's others that wouldn't mind that. So I got the tag fish, though, Mark. I've heard of this before. And I really don't, fish at all. So my question is, Was the tag fish? Was it just for this event, or
No.
is, so it's good
Okay.
all summer? So
Okay.
come
If you're
September.
if you're a member of that yacht, and they're the ones that stocked those trout, they're not affiliated with the Fish Commission.
Okay.
And if you catch one and you're a member, you can get your money 2 weeks from now. If you catch one 2 weeks from now, otherwise, if you're not a member of that club, you can pin it to your earlobe and say, "Hey, I caught a tag fish."
Well, but if a member catches it, say in September.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. It's good for like a year.
Yeah, and then one of the guys down there selling live bait and all kinds of stuff that you need. And there's a fish store right up here in Collinsville. He has live minnows and all that kind of stuff. And I was up there this morning. I brought a bunch of minnows and put them in my fish tank and this morning. And like it's just, in fact, that was yesterday. And I brought him back his minnow. Such a nice bunch of people, and he was giving me tips. I keep their water 55 degrees to keep their minnow. But like I have in my bedroom in this big glass bowl right now, and I need to go to Walmart and get some fish food. I was trying to feed them some chicken scratch, but they didn't seem to be too hungry.
Go for it, huh?
No, but hey, I'll let you go and be entertaining to hear what anybody else has to say. And I think we're going to close it off probably and hear the next guy that's coming into your place. And I'd like you to say goodbye, Russ.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right, 724-438-4593. Was that Riverfest? Is that what the event was called up in Connellsville? So, yeah, if you attended, your thoughts on that as well. And you know what? I guess I didn't. I really don't recall hearing any, hype on that. So, but I hope if you went, you had a good time, and you recommend it for next year as well. So, 724-438-4593. What else is going on here? So, the announcement by Kraft Foods of getting rid of artificial dye in their food. Of course, this has been a big push by RFK Jr. Been and part of MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. Does it make sense? I mean, it makes sense to me, getting rid of it and starting to get rid of so many other things. And the reason it so much makes sense is we'll use McDonald's as an example. Over here in the United States, there's like I've heard somewhere of the lines of around like 12, 16 ingredients are used in their French fries. But you go to Europe and it's only 3 or 4 ingredients because Europe has banned these ingredients. So if McDonald's can produce a French fry with just 3 or 4 ingredients, and I'm sure potato is one of them, why not here? Why not here? Why add all that other stuff? Why have to have, I don't know, 2 ledgers? Oh, here's the ledger of supplies we have to buy for the U.S. and keep track of, and here's the for Europe of what we got to. Why? To me, it makes no sense to me. So I'm glad to see that companies are starting to step up and say, yeah, you know what? Maybe they got something right here. Get rid of the artificial stuff. You look around and well, if you look at I don't know, go back and look at old newsreels or film from the 60s. And you really don't see a whole heck of a lot of overweight people in those newsreels or films or whatever you might look at. And compared to what you see today, and just the number of overweight and the obesity problem that we have in the United States now and the resulting health issues. So absolutely, it makes sense that you start getting rid of some of this stuff that wasn't around in our foods 40, 50 years ago, but is prevalent now. So what's changed? It's these ingredients, right? So it's going to be interesting to watch and see how much of a difference this does start making now. And it's gonna take time. It's not going to happen overnight. But it will be interesting to see 10 years from now. Will the obesity figures in this country start dropping? Or will they have already started to drop? I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see. So looking forward to that. Hey, I'm going to take a quick little break. When we come back, well, I think I saw my guests arrive, so we'll get them introduced to you right after this.
If you've driven by Tireman's Auto Garage, you've probably seen all the 2-, 4-, and 6-seater golf carts. Well, they're available for sale, and ACIMA financing is available. Interested in renting a golf cart? See Joe and Kim at Tireman's Auto Garage about daily, weekly, or monthly rentals. Tireman's Auto Garage, voted best in Fayette for the best prices in town for tires. Used tires just $25 mounted and balanced, and golf carts too. Mill Street, phone 724-425-9606.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all
When
states.
you need a ride, take the back bus, it'll save you time. Take the back bus, it's safe and reliable, convenient and affordable. Take the back bus, take the back bus.
Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation has updated policies for the paratransit service and the shared ride program. Qualified riders may still schedule curbside service appointments 2 weeks in advance of their desired pickup date, but no later than 2 p.m. on the business day prior to service, provided that seating is available. No reservations will be taken after 2 p.m. for next day service, and no same-day trips can be booked. There are seating limits, and seats fill up fast. To help ensure that your ride is booked and your seat is reserved, schedule early. For more information, contact FACT at 724-628-RIDE, visit us at factbus.com, or email fact@hs.fayette.org. FACT thanks you for your understanding as we work to improve our services for you.
Get the bus, take the back bus.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. 724-208-5281. What makes buying your next vehicle for me worthwhile? I make it a very easy 5-step process. You look, you shop, you ask, you decide, and I listen. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller fill your prescriptions, offer free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and gladly answer your healthcare questions. Flu shots, the new Moderna COVID boosters, plus Shingrix shots with your doctor's prescription are also available at Hicksonbaugh's. Call 724-437-2828. Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. In the studio with me, talking about, I have no idea. I'm sure they're going to tell me. We have Morgan Hunchak and Jason Lamer. Yeah, with us. How you doing, guys? I got to do this. I forget. We'll just turn them all on. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks, Russ. Good to be here. Good to be back and talking about fireworks over Fayette. So
there you go.
that's what it is.
Okay, fireworks over Fayette.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. When? All right, we'll start off. When's it scheduled for? I know July 4th is a Friday.
That's right. Yep.
So we're going to have it on Friday?
No, that's not been our habit here in Fayette County. In fact, in Uniontown, we've been talking. We were, of course, talking about that. Asked Morgan. I said, "How long have you known that it's been on the Sunday before the 4th of July?"
Okay.
And my answer was, it's been as long as I can remember, or as long as I've been here, I should say. I haven't lived here long enough to remember. I've been here long enough since 1999. It's always been on that Sunday. So the same thing. So we're keeping with tradition. Some things, of course, the same. So here in Uniontown, it's going to be on Sunday, June the 29th. Of course, at dusk. We expect that, sometime around 9 o'clock. And keeping that on Sunday allows for the other events that are happening. Merrittstown, of course, has a great fireworks display on the 4th of July. So that happens already within the county.
Okay.
And then not to mention Pittsburgh having some. So it allows, by doing it on the Sunday prior, it gives an extension of the holiday.
You
and
get a lot of fireworks.
A little more out of it. That's our thought.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yep,
All
June
right.
24th. That's
So,
right. Lots of
and,
boom.
And this year, you know what? It's really not to celebrate the 4th of July this year. It's to celebrate my youngest son's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
wondering.
so-
I'm wondering, what am I missing? Like,
Yeah.
is there something?
Yeah, that's
I
it.
thought, what current event? Of course, that is the current
That
event.
is. It is. Yes.
So yes, happy birthday, indeed. Yeah.
So, all right. So what any activities that, because the fireworks, it's not going to go off until what, 9:30?
Yeah, right around 9
like that?
o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been, of course, history for us. When I say us, I'm talking about the chamber. So, of course, I'm with Faith Assembly, but Faith Assembly is a part of the chamber, and I love being a part of just our Fayette County Chamber of Commerce and just the networking connection. And so we've had the opportunity to be a part of the chamber and helping with events. And so this year we're spearheading but with the chamber in partnership. And so Morgan, of course, being a part of the chamber, we aren't doing any events this year, and I'll let Morgan tell you why, because it has to do with the date of 1776 that is now going to be acknowledged or remembered and honored for the 250th. And so there are other things that have happened and are happening around the 250th. Some of the things that are going to be taking place through this year.
Yes.
Morgan, you can talk to some of those things that are happening throughout the 250th.
So we kicked off 13 months of celebrations in May.
Morgan, do me a favor. Pull your mic a little bit closer to you. There you go.
Her voice isn't as loud as mine.
No.
I know.
So we kicked it off on May 30th. We had a Lafayette 200th anniversary of Lafayette's farewell tour.
Okay.
At the end of that celebration, we kicked off the 13 months of celebrating up to the 250th anniversary of America and Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So we have 13 months of just celebrations and fun things to do.
Okay.
So since it's spread out throughout the month, there'll be other things that different organizations be doing. It was really difficult to create another event on this, so we just let fireworks be the thing.
Okay.
And so this, of course, was our opportunity to let our community know that fireworks are happening, and there's not an event around it. It's the fireworks themselves. And what we have found is that, I know even in our neighborhood and different organizations, folks will just get together and create their own little tailgate party, backyard party, whoever has the best viewing to be able to watch the fireworks. So they'll be taking place again, as we said, the 29th of June, the Sunday prior, and shot from the same areas before, which the viewing vicinity would be around the mall. That area would give best visibility, and same as years past. So we just want the community to know that it is happening. And it doesn't have an event attached to it. And it is a little different in that it's still part of the chamber. But because of all the events that the chamber has, we're, as a church, coming alongside to kind of help sponsor, lead, and help that happen. So that is our goal, to celebrate America and remind folks as well that it is also Uniontown, Pennsylvania's birthday as well.
It is.
It is. All those signs you see 1776 around. Yeah.
First time I moved here, I came, it was the end of July 1999, pulled in. First place I got to off the Main Street exit coming over the summit, which that was a trip by itself, experiencing the summit, being from central Pennsylvania where I grew up. And when I got over the summit and into Uniontown, pulled off the exit, and as soon as I drove in on Main Street, I saw the sign that said founded July 4th, 1776. I thought to myself, did that really happen? Is that true? And sure enough, now for the last 26 years, I live in and fallen in love with the town, the only town founded on the same day as America, July 4th. So we celebrate all that together.
Cool. So, would you say the mall area they being set off at Mount Macrina again? Is that the focal
same
point
as years past?
Okay.
Correct.
All right. So, Morgan, what are some of the events that you're looking at in the 13 months
Russ,
prior to?
That's a great Muriel question.
I know one of the events, and obviously I could talk a lot, but I know one that we're looking at is in September, looking to plan a community event that would coincide with Fayette County's birthday, which September 26th, would then that weekend in September on the 28th, looking to do a community event that would come around celebrating obviously America's history, but then also even in our own history here in Fayette County. There's just so much history that is rich that we don't even, I don't think we realize. And it's not just to promote it for people to know outside of here, but I think some of us ourselves don't even recognize how rich and how instrumental Fayette County was to the founding of America.
Yeah.
And for us to really, in a healthy way, take pride in that and recognize that we not only live in a beautiful place, but a place that's significant and opportunities to just really build up our area and really know some of the significant things that have happened here. So that's what we're looking to celebrate on in September. But I know there's community events that are happening that are all around. Some of it includes even like cleanup, just to beautify, and just all types of things that just give recognition to, hey, we're 250 years old as a country.
Okay, yeah. So is there a website dedicated to the 250th where you'll be able to go on and see the different community events?
I do know that there is a Facebook page, and it is, I believe it is Fayette PA 250.
Okay.
I'm
As you're
confirming
double-
that.
Yeah, she's double checking it. I was going to say, I'm glad she's looking because I thought I could remember, but yeah, you looked it up and verified.
It is Fayette County PA 250.
Okay. Just 250?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's on the Facebook page.
Yes.
So there's more information to find on there. Communities. So different communities, are they being invited to help, coordinate putting on events on?
Yes.
So
So they've been having meetings once a month or once every other month, just to see what communities are doing and to make sure we can publicize that information. That way everybody knows what's happening.
Okay. And there was something I remember when Muriel was on talking about the Marquis de Lafayette. I can't remember the little character's
Fiona.
name.
Fiona
Yeah.
Fayette.
Yeah, you got to talk about Fiona.
Uh-huh.
She is live and, well, not in person here, but she
No,
is.
she does live and breathe.
Yeah.
So there is Fiona Fayette is the great granddaughter of Phineas Fayette. If anybody had a Phineas Fayette coloring book in school a few years ago.
50 years ago, right? Yeah.
Oh. He has a great granddaughter.
Uh-huh.
Fiona, she's fantastic. She at the Lafayette event, she was my cousin. We were able to get a costume for her, and she was able to be there live and in person.
Okay. All righty. And so is there a coloring book for Fiona?
Coming very, very
Okay.
soon.
All right.
It's exciting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I said 50 years ago. It's actually 25 years ago, I think.
Yes,
But,
that sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
To have a great grandchild in only 25 years? It's a little, questionable there.
If you
on
should,
that.
you should have seen Phineas. If you would have seen a picture of him, maybe that would.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
All right.
Fayette County history going back with Phineas. But yeah, this it's got a good tie into our local history. And
Mhm.
Fiona, of course, encouraging families to go visit the landmarks and just scenes and places that are around Fayette County.
Mm-hmm. So I know they're Fayette County and southwestern Pennsylvania, but Fayette County specifically, just so full of history. And I will admit I am remiss in having gone to see some of that stuff, and I think a lot of Fayette Countyans will say the same thing.
Sure.
Very rarely you go see the stuff in
It's
your
your
own
backyard.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
So, is there a resource, again, whether it's a Facebook page or a web page or something, that kind of really lists all historical facets of Fayette County in the last 250 years, and maybe a quick little synopsis?
The closest thing that we would have, there's a lot that can be developed with that, and some ideas that have even been shared among different folks within the chamber, and things of really elevating some of our historical references here. But of course, Fayette County, PA, the website, it'll have a list under a history
Mhm.
that you can find a list of some of those things that are there, but not really. I would say this. Little things like visiting the Uniontown Library, Pennsylvania room.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in Fayette County, but even specifically in Uniontown, and you've not visited the Pennsylvania room at the Uniontown Library, it's its own little local museum of just significant things that are from the era, from the time. But I would say, honestly, I think we all would recognize we could do even better at elevating the history, the story of our county. And that's some hopes that we have to come out of this 250 in preparation to celebrate and mark. There are some plans of elevating that even more.
All right. Yeah, because again, I know stuff that's here, but I'm sure I don't know everything.
No.
And one thing I kind of noticed just recently, this weekend, my wife and I, just for something to do on Sunday, we went to Cumberland, Maryland, and we took Route 40.
Oh yeah,
the whole way. Forget the highway.
Yep. Yep.
And there are historical markers
Mhm.
along the whole way. And you can learn so much just from that. Unfortunately, you see them as
You're
going
driving by.
Sure, sure.
It's almost like you wish there was a sign that says 1 mile historical marker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a pull-off area, so they could actually
Mhm.
pull off and then read it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even here in Uniontown, and I'm sure folks be familiar with Baker's Alley. That right off of Main Street, as you're coming in from Hopwood, and going past even on Fayette Street, if you come back in, there's a marker that's there, and the city did a great job to mark it. But I hope that would not just be a city marker one day, but it would actually become a historical landmark because of the significance that Baker's Alley played during the Underground Railroad in the 1800s, that giving way to slaves coming into freedom.
Okay.
That-
I'm not familiar with this.
I was just gonna say I've lived here my whole life and
Yeah.
I never knew that story.
Yeah, so
until like a week ago.
the significant thing is, during the Slave Act, that when it was no longer safe for slaves to be across the northern line, because the Slave Act said that slave owners could go get them even into the north. So they had to retreat into Canada and had to find safety in Canada. If they were on this side of the state, but even the country moving north, they would move this direction because it was found to be easier or better to get into Canada by going through Lake Erie or over Lake Erie. And one of the main ways to get there were 4 main trails that would take the Underground Railroad into freedom, over Lake Erie into Canada. And 4 of those routes all came through Uniontown, Pennsylvania. It wasn't the only way, but it was the prominent way that if you wanted to get from this side into Washington, and then it would go up into Brownsville,
Okay.
up into Pittsburgh. But if you wanted to get into Freedom on this side of the state or side of the Mason-Dixon, you had to go through Uniontown. And so it was such a substantial place. It wasn't the only place,
Yeah.
but it was more significant than we realized.
Okay.
And right here in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, is where just stories of the Underground Railroad that was allowing people to find freedom. Those are stories we hope that we can just tell and celebrate and elevate as we celebrate America, but even celebrating right here where we live.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was not aware of,
never knew
that one. So no, I mean, you hear a lot about Revolutionary War, pre-Revolutionary War history here. Not a whole heck of a lot of Civil War history, and leading up to that.
Yeah.
As a result, and then you have this little break, and then it comes to George C. Marshall was born here, and history picks up again. But
Yeah.
you forget there is all this other stuff in between.
It makes it hard, especially the Civil War era with the Underground Railroad and slavery, made it hard because this pocket of Pennsylvania was really divided between the influence of Virginia at the time and Pennsylvania. So we were right on the line. And the books that you read about history of Fayette County, they often start either the first line or in the first sentence that Fayette County was a place of dispute. That the land, there was always dispute over this land, which when something is fought over so much, you can't help but ask yourself, how significant is that place?
Yeah.
When there's always been. So whether it been the Native Americans fighting in the early years, or even, French and Indian War that gave way to the English and the French, and then later Pennsylvania and Virginia. So it's always been a melting pot of just of fighting for. And I think there's still a fight in us today that we're still recognizing. I believe Fayette County's best days are still ahead of us.
Absolutely.
I hope so anyway.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. All right. So back to 4th of July and the celebration there and other things. Morgan, what information is at the chamber where people can go and get pamphlets? Will the coloring books be there? What other information is available concerning not just this 4th of July, but next year's?
Absolutely.
And by the way, what's 250 called?
The semi-quincentennial.
Okay. It's a mouthful. Yeah, I thought that was it. I mentioned it the other day, and I wasn't sure. Yeah,
we all tend to walk around our office practicing that word.
Way to go.
And you still have to take a second to get your thoughts to get it right.
Yes.
Okay.
So eventually, again, most of this is all still in process, but the coloring book, the storybook, and Flat Fiona will all be at the office.
Okay.
Hopefully in the very near future.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So we are still working on it, and it is still in progress.
Okay.
But soon.
Yeah. All right. Is how like Fort Necessity and Albert Gallatin's home, Friendship
Hill, yeah.
Which they're in Fayette County, but they're more the U.S. Park Service or the state. How much coordination is going on between them and the county as far as planning the celebration?
So most of them have all been at the meetings. I don't know if you've attended those meetings or not.
Yes.
I unfortunately have not been to them yet. But somebody from the Park Service has been at attendance or has known about those meetings. So Muriel's working real close with
They're
them.
planning some events that will be there at each of those sites. Again, they're going to, throughout the year, that schedule has not been completed as to what will happen.
Yeah.
But right now the goal is from July 4th this year to July 4th next year to really capture those events and promote within the county and the National Park Services within those what was local to us. They are planning specific things that will be for their area as well.
And I imagine things are going to take place after July 4th next year.
100%.
We hope so.
Yeah.
We hope so.
That's the intent,
that's the
right?
hope.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Morgan, Jason, I got to take a quick little break, but when we come back, we'll kind of recap, what's going to happen in the coming days and year, and we'll just go from there. This is What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're with Morgan Hunchak from the Fayette Chamber of Commerce and Jason Lamer from Faith Assembly, and talking about the 4th of July and the coming events, and more of that right after this.
It's a day that ends in Y, so it's a day that you might decide you don't want to cook. That means it's the perfect day to order Fat Angelo's. Offering delicious pizzas, salads, hoagies, strombolis and calzones, wings, and more. And with 12 locations across the area ready to serve you, today is the day to visit FatAngelosPizza.com, where you can quickly and conveniently find your local shop and place your order online. Or get the local phone number and give them a call. Order up!
Are you looking for personalized healthcare you can trust? At Montgomery Medical, they're accepting new patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Thomas. Having a primary care provider means better overall health, from preventative care to managing chronic conditions. We're here to support you every step of the way.
That's right. Hi, I'm Jenna Lutzka, a physician assistant. Plus, we have same-day appointments and walk-in same-day care available too. We're here for you.
Join the Montgomery Medical family today by calling 724-569-8100 to schedule your appointment. A family tradition of family medicine.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
Laurel Ridge Eye Care reminds us that vision problems may develop so slowly you don't even notice until you find yourself reading less and straining to focus. If that's happening to you, call Dr. Aaron Sobel at Laurel Ridge Eye Care for a complete vision exam. If there's one thing you shouldn't overlook, it's your vision. Laurel Ridge Eye Care and board-certified ophthalmologist Dr. Aaron Sobel remind you that early detection of eye disease can help prevent blindness. Their complete vision exams can help determine if you are developing problems. Laurel Ridge Eye Care offers full-service medical, surgical, and laser eye care with cataract surgery performed at Uniontown Hospital. Don't take chances with your eyes. Schedule your appointment today by calling Laurel Ridge Eye Care at 724-437-2222. That's 724-437-2222. All insurances are accepted, as well as Visa, MasterCard, and debit card at Laurel Ridge Eye Care, 130 West Fayette Street in the former Hockey Funeral Home.
Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling are the ones to call when you need a dumpster. Red Rooster offers fast, friendly service and provides medium-sized dumpsters that will fit your needs, whether it's a general remodeling project, emptying a house, or doing a spring or fall cleanout. Just call Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling at 724-569-0337 for rates and availability. Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling in Smithfield also offers a 5% military discount. Call 724-569-0337 and look for the Red Rooster. Whether you're buying or selling a home, Jeff Dennis of RE/MAX Select Realty is your local realtor of choice. Jeff and his team are proud members of our community and have the skills, knowledge, and ability to meet your needs. Call them today at 724-933-6300, extension 903, or visit them in person at 542 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. And remember to follow Jeff Dennis' team RE/MAX Select Realty on Facebook today.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. With me, Morgan Hunchak from the Chamber of Commerce, Fayette County version, and Jason Lamer from Faith Assembly. And I apologize to David for cutting off your Yes song there again. So if you are listening. All right, July 4th, fireworks over Fayette.
Yeah, here at Uniontown, happening on June the 29th, right around 9 o'clock. It's a Sunday, and they'll be shot off from around the Mount Macrina area, but the mall area be the best place to view. And so just want our community to know that it is happening, and we're in partnership with the Chamber. And so if there are any other organizations out there or businesses that would like to be a part of the sponsorship, they can contact Faith Assembly, be on a part of that. It is still partnered with the Chamber, but with all the events that the Chamber has, we're kind of helping to spearhead this one and
I
move
imagine
that
they
forward.
could call the Chamber too if they want.
Absolutely.
They're pretty nice there. Yeah, they're nice people. Yeah, they could do that.
Well, Muriel.
I won't tell her you said that.
She's probably listening anyway.
She probably is.
Yeah, she's probably plotting revenge right now as we speak. So this is really, if you will, kind of the kickoff. I know it started a couple weeks ago, but this is really kind of the kickoff for the 250th celebration, not just of Uniontown, but mainly of our nation.
Absolutely.
As well. And other events that are going to be scheduled around that. Still kind of a work in progress, you said?
Yeah, they are still being planned. There is a planning meeting coming up Wednesday, July 2nd at 1 p.m.
Okay.
They are held at the Hilton, and anybody is welcome to show up and be part of the big planning.
Okay. If you want to throw in your 2 cents worth and maybe help, hanging bunting or something, right?
Yeah.
We welcome all the help and all the input.
Is there a coordination going on with communities as far as decoration is concerned, kind of making one uniform look?
Not that I'm aware of. I know during the last ride or visit Lafayette that came in, which if you missed that event, the Chamber did an excellent job. I can say this because I was not a part of the planning, and it was a tremendous event. And there was some coordination with that, but going forward, it'll all depend what comes out of these meetings that are taking place here this next month as well.
Okay.
But
all right.
It begins with fireworks in the air.
Fireworks in the air, and that's always a good time. And you sit there. I don't care how many times you see fireworks. It's one of those things. For me anyway. I love watching them.
Yeah, for me, it's getting together with other friends, family, and it often, someone has young kids there and just enjoying the family atmosphere and just watching that experience together and remembering the freedom that we have and honoring those who help secure that and make it possible.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and there's just so much history behind the founding of this country.
Yeah.
That's out there to be discovered on a daily basis.
That's right.
Really.
That's right.
No matter how much you think you may know.
Yeah.
About any given subject, there's always more to learn.
Yeah.
Out there.
For sure.
So okey-dokey. So fireworks over Fayette, June 29th. Yes, I know it's not the 4th of July, but it's kind of tradition here. The Sunday before the 4th.
Always.
Make your plans and head on out to around the mall area. If you're on high ground, well, you could probably even watch it from the summit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a yeah.
You can see the summit from the
Wow.
mall, so you can see the fireworks from the summit.
That's a great idea,
kinda
Russ.
look down on it
Yeah.
from there.
That'd be a whole different perspective.
It really would be.
Man, I might have to change my plans now.
Morgan, Jason, we're out of time. Thank you so much for
Thanks,
coming
Russ.
in and joining
Appreciate
us. CBS News is next, followed by TJ with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown. It is 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. President Trump has been meeting with his security advisors in the Situation Room as Americans wait to see if the U.S. will get involved in Israel's war on Iran. Republican Senator Rand Paul's against it.
The president has shown restraint in the past. The president's instincts are good, and I'm hoping